Hello friends, my name is Lorenz. I'm the co-founder of Sutra.co, and today I want to share with you a little bit about what I've learned about recording online video. Here's the thing about relational experiences, whether you're creating a course or a community, it can be very difficult to describe the value that it offers. And that's because the value is more than just the content, it's about the experience of being together guided by you. One of the reasons that people come is because they resonate with who you are. But how do you capture and convey that with words alone? And for this, video can be a powerful way of conveying exactly this. The problem is that many times, as soon as you hit record, you turn into a robot. So what I'd like to share with you today is a few things that I've learned over the years about how to find my camera voice that hopefully will help you find yours. Now, I'm not going to cover any technical details like sound and lighting and video quality. That's a whole different, more technical subject. Today, we're just talking about how to find comfort with being in front of the camera, how to find your authentic expression in a way that helps people really discover who you are. So, number one, write it but don't script it. You want to get really comfortable and grounded in the essence of what you want to communicate. So it can be helpful to write it out, but don't try to memorize it and then deliver it word for word. That feels robotic, it doesn't feel natural or organic, and what you're looking for is to create a conversational tone with you and the person on the other side of the screen. Number two, hit record and just start talking. Sometimes you're in a good state and then as soon as you hit record, there's all this pressure that it needs to be perfect. And what you want to do is just take that pressure off. Sometimes if I'm having a hard time with the camera, I'll just hit record and I'll start talking about this morning I woke up, I went for a jog, I had breakfast, I was feeling great. And then as soon as I find myself feeling comfortable talking in front of the camera, I'll pause and go, hello friends, welcome, my name is Lorenz, and I'll just get started. So I'll just ease myself into that space of comfort talking in front of the camera, taking off any pressure or necessity to be a particular way, and then I'll start talking. Number three, warm up. Now, a warm-up can be physical, doing a little bit of breath work, just getting into the body, getting embodied in your communication. That helps a lot with your believability, with your presence in front of the camera. Then warming up mentally, so like the writing activity that I just offered you, just really getting grounded and centered with the essence of what you want to communicate. And then warming up vocally, doing some playful exercises with your voice, la 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 la, maybe moving around with your body. Sometimes I like to just get a little bit of dancing going on and you know, just loosening yourself up a little bit, loosening up your vocal cords, your physical range of expression, just to give yourself more space to express yourself in front of the camera. It can be good to just exaggerate it a little more so that you push the boundaries of how you might normally communicate, and that can help you deliver a more engaging presence in front of the camera. Number four, which can be really helpful if you're really on a mission or want to refine your camera voice, is find people who have a big presence on, say, YouTube, you know, people who are really good in front of the camera, and practice imitating them. Now, this isn't about being like them, it's really about extending your range. So you might find someone like Joel Osteen or Tony Robbins or Marie Forleo or Eckhart Tolle. These are all very, very different speakers. And whether you like their style or not, it can be even helpful to pick people that you don't particularly like, because there can be something there for you to discover with your own expression. And so watch a video and then just see what it's like to step into that. So it might be, you know, like Marie Forleo, she's really silly and kind of playful, or Eckhart Tolle, very mindful with each word that he speaks. Or Tony Robbins, take action. So whatever it is for you, just practicing that, even if it's mentally, just watching a person who is a professional at speaking in front of the camera can be a great way to discover more range of expression for you with yourself in front of the camera. So number five, have a clear beginning and a clear end. You want to really give yourself freedom to improvise, to allow whatever wants to emerge, and be clear on exactly how you're going to start it and end it so that you feel comfortable when you come to the end of what you want to share, that you know exactly how to end it. Sometimes what I found is that I'll create the perfect delivery and then I'll stumble with how I want to end it because I just haven't practiced the ending enough. So being very clear on, hello friends, welcome, thank you for joining me, and then having a very tight ending like, thank you so much for watching, much love, can give you that comfort to just relax with everything in between. So number 6, pretend like you're speaking to a specific person. Think of a person that has been in one of your courses or in your community, or maybe it's just a group of people that you're addressing, but a specific person from that group of people, and just imagine that they're right there in front of you and that you're actually having a conversation with that person. So you're not having a conversation with this huge audience. You're having a conversation with one person. That's the person who's watching your video behind the camera. And it can even be helpful, if possible, to have that person come over and just stand behind the camera, maybe even ask you some questions so that you feel like you're actually communicating with another person, because ultimately you are. You're communicating with just one person who's watching you on the other side of the camera. Number 7, you want to get yourself into the zone of communicating over video, right? There's a particular energetic space of just feeling comfortable in front of the camera, and sometimes it takes longer to get into that space. So it's just important to recognize that, especially if you haven't been in front of the camera in a while, that it can take a little bit of practice to get comfortable in front of the camera. And even then, it just takes a little moment for your brain to kind of rewire itself to this particular mode of expression. So with that in mind, it's really helpful to maybe practice for a couple of hours and then let it go and come back to it the next day, maybe practice for a couple more hours. I find that sometimes, if you really want to deliver a video where you feel really comfortable and that comes across in the video, sometimes the third day is when it's there. I know that seems like a lot, and really depends on really the scope of how you want to work on camera. And this can be another reason why it's helpful to record several videos at once, because I find it takes a while to get into feeling comfortable in front of the camera. And then once you're there and you can record a whole bunch of videos. So, but just recognizing that first, being in front of the camera is a practice. And even if you think you're terrible at it, you're not. When I first started, I would do 60 takes and drive myself crazy. But it doesn't have to be like that. And I would actually say it's probably more helpful to really space it out a little bit. Practice an hour or two here, let it go, come back, give it some space, and just recognize that you're easing into a particular zone. You can call it the video zone of feeling comfortable in front of the camera. And finally, number 8. This is something that I do before I get in front of a group of people, whether it's on a Zoom call or in front of the camera or just working with people, is just internally center myself with my intention. What is my intention? What is my devotion? What is my prayer? For me, this always revolves around something that may I be guided by divine will, and may whatever I do be in service of uplifting others. And whatever it is for you, maybe it's just devotion to your family or to a particular group of people that you're working towards supporting, just really bringing that fully into your mind, into your body, feeling that intention with your whole body, and ultimately surrendering that whatever it is that you're doing, you're doing it as an offering for that highest good. I find that can be a very powerful way that ultimately whatever emerges, I know exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and that's my offering to the universe, to the world. So, my friends, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. If you know anybody else who is in the process of bringing their work online, of trying to reach more people with their authentic, heartfelt presence, please share this video with them. I know that if you've watched this so far, that like me, you are a heart-centered creator, and together we are bringing more love and connection into the world. Thank you so much for watching. Much love.